Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Hari Om. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं हरि ओम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् Hari Om. So today we start with verse 7. Krishna says here, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. There is nothing whatsoever higher than me, O Dhananjaya. All this is strung in me as clusters of gems on a string. Look at the example Krishna gives. He is saying, first he had said that I am the support of this entire universe. He had said. The same idea he is saying in a different way. And I told you that the support does not mean that he is lifting it up on his head or something. Support means that without him, nothing will exist. He is the one who is the progenitor, the creator, sustainer, destroyer, upkeeper, whatever you may call of that, this whole universe. Without him, there is no universe. So here it is like this. See, now here is another example. This is Sutre Manigana Iva. Maya Sarva Midam Protam. He says that I am everywhere and all is strung in me as Protam. देखिए ये this is taken from weaving. ये जो phrase है ना ओत प्रोत, आपने हिंदी का फ्रेज सुना होगा. इस चीज में ओत प्रोत मीन्स टोटली into, woven into, submerged into, all one with. So this is from weaving. Oath is jabki when the weavers, these handloom people, when they place the threads straight like that in one line, that is called oath. And proth is when different colored threads are placed in a pattern which goes up and down when they weave. That is called proth. So here, this when you say oath proth, or even when you say proth, it means it is below, it is above, it is into, and it is all over, because that is the thread that goes all over in the weave. Now here he says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchit nanyat uh, nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Kinchid asti dhananjaya. He says, O Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, I had told you before also, it was one of the titles of Arjun, and it meant the generator of wealth. The bringing a person who brings wealth into the society is called Dhananjaya. जैसे आजकल के भी गवर्नमेंट अवार्ड्स नहीं होते हैं, बिजनेस अवार्ड्स of people who generate a lot of jobs, people who generate a lot of wealth, so that is Dhananjaya. And he says there is nothing whatsoever. Look at the vehemence in the tone. There is nothing whatsoever higher than me. That means higher here means the most important thing, the most essential thing, without which that thing cannot sustain. So, higher than me, O Dhananjaya, all this is strung in me as clusters of gems on a string. Now, this is a very beautiful simile given. It is that of a necklace. Now, in a necklace, all the pearls or the jewelry pieces are strung together in on a thread. Okay? He is the thread that supports the necklace. Number one point, the thread is always unseen. Just like in the entire universe, you know that there is something called pure consciousness which is supporting as the life principle in everything in the world. We know it, right? Without which nothing will work. But that thing is unseen. You do not see it. Just like the thread in the necklace, you do not see. And he says that all this is strung in me as clusters of gems on a string. If the string breaks, if the string stops giving support, the whole necklace will be destroyed, isn't it? And each pearl or each jewelry piece in that necklace, small or big, round, octagonal, or whatever the shape, whatever the thing, it is all strung in that string, and that is why it is a necklace. Otherwise, there would be no necklace. Also, over here, see, you can take the example of an ocean. Don't think this is egoistic. Some people say that look how egoistic Krishna is, because they think Krishna is a human being just like us. And they say that look at him, what he says, that there is nothing higher than me, or all is me. Without me, there is nothing. It is not Krishna. This is pure consciousness, the Para Brahma, speaking as Ishvara. And here, see, supposing the ocean says that the bubbles, the foam, the breakers, the small wave, the large wave, the rafters, they are all nothing but me. Is he not right? The ocean is the support. The water may look different at different angles. It may take different shapes. You may call it by different names when it looks different, but it is nothing but the ocean at all. All is the ocean. Small and big wave. What is it? They are two different names, right? But they're two different shapes. But they are just the ocean itself. And therefore, the Lord says, there is nothing except me. Everything that you see is just me alone in different forms. I take on different forms. That is all. There is a very beautiful Sufi, but I don't know if you will understand it. The Sufis think the Lord to be the beloved. So they sing of him as a beloved. And he says, Valla ye jisme yaar ki khubi. Jisme yaar means the body of my beloved. It is so beautiful, the body of my beloved. It is so unique. Khubi hai usme that ranginiyon mein doob gaya perhan tamam. That means whatever he wears, it turns into different colors. That is the beauty of the body of my beloved. Beloved is the Lord, and that beloved gives the color, the smell, the fragrance, taste, nutrition, life to everything. Just think about it. Each and everything. What say of human beings? Right? The beauty of Miss Universe. Yeah, everybody, oh wow, how beautiful. And a dead Miss Universe, where the Lord's grace is not there in that form. Yes, anybody? Nobody wants her. Nobody wants to even look at her. Everybody wants to dispose her, because a dead Miss Universe is sheer matter minus pure consciousness is grace. Think about it. Even those people who deny the Lord, that there is no such thing. You see, that power is called Lord, not a body form. They need the grace of that power to deny that power. Without the grace of that power, their mouth will not open, their tongue will not move. the voice will not come out, isn't it? So he says that everything, there is nothing other than me, myself. You see, so it is all one. It comes from me, it goes back into me, it is sustained in me. Again, take the example of the dream. The dream is the waker himself. When the waker wakes up, the dream vanishes. Where does it vanish? Into the waker. So, who was the dreamer? Who was the one in the dream? Who was the mountains in the dream? Who was the game in the dream? Who was anything in the dream? It was the waker himself as the dreamer. Everything in the dream was the waker alone, the waker's mind alone. So, similarly, try to think about this thing, that the Lord is the common factor in all forms, whether they are living or non living, they are insects, beasts, animals, birds, things in the ocean, or human beings. No matter what it is, the common factor is in this string is the string itself. In the necklace is the string itself. That is the common factor. Okay. He is the cause, he is the sustainer, and he is the dissolver. Okay, so here it is, and now then come to the next. And he has said it very poetically. This is the poetical Vyasa giving you a simile. Come to the next verse. रसोऽहम् अप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे पौरुषं नृषु. From this verse onwards, there are a few verses where he gives his vibhutis, and he says that the essential part of anything and everything is me. So, without me, there is nothing. And here, this verse translates, I am the sapidity in water, O son of Kunti. He calls him Kaunteya. I am the light in the moon and the sun. I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas. I am the sound in ether and virility in men. Now, notice that all these things that are listed over here are the essential features of the things that are listed. I am sapidity in water. Can there be water without the sap? There can be no water. Liquidity is the main feature of water. There has to be. So in anything that there is water, whether it's fruit or it's leaves or there's any kind of vegetation or even our own bodies, even the bodies of all insects, animals, plants, anything, there is sap. If there is water, there is sap. So sap is the essential part. In other words, the essential part of anything is called the dharma of that thing. Uske bina, it cannot be that. Supposing there is no sap, can you call it water? No. So even in a crystal form, even in an ice cube form, it is nothing else but sap. It's frozen, yeah, but sap. Okay. Then, O son of Kunti, he says, I am light in the moon and the sun. Can there be sun or moon without light? It may be anything else, but it cannot be the sun and it cannot be the moon. It is the essential feature of the sun and moon. Then he says, I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas. Understand, in all the divine knowledge books of the world, the only one topic of discussion is the Lord. Carefully, in every religion, in all holy books, the world over, the only one topic they all discuss or talk about is the Lord. And for the Lord, we have a word called Pranava. That is the pure form of the Lord. He manifests as so many different things. Even when he takes an avatar, he is manifests. But the pure form of the Lord is called Brahma, and another word for it is Pranava. In all the Upanishads, the word used is Pranava. So here he says the Om. It is Om Pranava Onkar. Now here he says that I am the syllable Om in all the Vedas, because all the Vedas talk only about Pranava. Now then he says, if you take out the subject matter from the Vedas, what is left? Tell me. There is no more knowledge left in the Vedas if you take out the main thing, and that is Pranava. Then he says, I am sound in ether. Sound waves have been discovered. Not this ancient book talks of sound waves in air, in ether. Look what he says. I am sound in ether. That means sound is carried by air waves, isn't it? So without sound, all sound comes from air. I am virility in men. Acha. I am virility in men. What is virility in men? Without manliness, there can be no man. He can be anything else, but not a man. Man has to have what is known as manliness, virility. So he says, I am that in men. Come to the next verse. पुण्यो गंध पृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु. I am the sweet fragrance in earth and the brilliance in the fire, the life in all beings, and I am austerity in the austere. Look what he says. He says, Punyo Gandha. So, Punyo means sweet. I am the sweet fragrance in the earth. We all know that fragrance, any fragrance, sprouts from the earth alone. Even animals that have a fragrance in their body, like the mriga, वो मृगांका जो कस्तूरी, वो भी animal में होती है ना. What is the animal? Where does the animal come from? Panchabhuta. He is mud. Most of him is just mud, isn't it? So similarly, any perfume, whether it is flowers, they also come from the mud only. So anything that is fragrant comes from earth alone. Even when it rains, जब शुरू में बारिश होती है, that beautiful fragrance that comes from the earth, that rises from the earth. So he says, I am the sweet fragrance in the earth and the brilliance in the fire. Now, can there be fire which has no light? It cannot be. It's impossible. So the essential quality of fire is the brilliance, the light in the fire. Only then can you say that this is fire. So he says, I am that. Now see, these properties are unavoidable in all the things that he has listed. All the things that are listed, think about it, that without these qualities, can they be there? They cannot be there. So life, I am the life in all beings, exactly. All beings, that means all those that are living, animal, plant, or human beings, or anything that is living, I am the life in them. Yes. Don't think that life is there because of you. There is nothing in your body which you can help. You, even your pulse beats on its own, isn't it? The heartbeat happens on its own. Your food is digested on its own. A child in the womb of the mother is created on its own. What a miracle it is. The breath, when you are dead sleeping, fast asleep, who is breathing for you? You have no idea. Who is digesting the food for you? You have no idea, right? And Gurudev used to say that the fool eats up to the tonsils and goes to sleep, and the Lord digests all the food, putting calcium where it is needed, putting vitamins where they are needed, putting iron where it's needed, putting the minerals where they are needed, so that the fool may get up in the morning and continue his foolishness. But he does nothing, he's only sleeping. That is the life force, the life principle which you call Parabrahma, taking care of you, seeing that you are alive to do your work the next day. He enables you. He enables your speech. He enables your vision. He enables everything for you, maintains this body for you. So here he says that the prince, and then he says, I am the womb of all beings. Beyond me, there is nothing. So he is the one that produces, he is the one that sustains, and he is the one that destroys. I say this again and again and again to you. You know, also understand when you say that my mind, my intellect is my ego, intellect can only function within the known data. What is not known to the intellect just strikes a blank. All the things that you talk about, your great brilliant ideas, everything is put there by somebody, collected from the world you have, and you can only go within the limited field of the intellect beyond which you cannot. And who enables that intellect even to collect that little data for which you call yourself very knowledgeable? It is he alone. Huh? So it is, he is the self in all beings, he is the life in all beings, he is the manhood in man, he is the brilliance in the fire, he is the fragrance in the earth, he is the sapidity in the water, and all the things that he is saying over here. So one more we'll do quickly. बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मे तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्. Look what he says. Know me, O Partha. See, every time he calls him something different. Kauntir, when he is fondly, lovingly calling him. Huh? Dhananjaya, when he is complimenting him of his Purushartha, and Partha, when he is calling him a fool, he says, you know nothing, just listen to me. I am your friend. I am teaching you something. Understand what I am trying to say. Then he says, know me, O Partha, as the eternal seed of all beings. I am the intelligence of the intelligent, the splendor of the splendid things and beings am I. This is very important, the intelligence of the intelligent. I was just telling you that the intelligence of a human being is only within the limited, very narrow field of the data that your intellect has collected. Beyond that, you know nothing. Somebody who has never done higher physics, you use a term from that and see whether that man can answer. You use a technical term from engineering to a person who is a non-technical person, he won't understand. In every field, in any field, even fields like cinematography, look at the details they go into. You and I don't know about it. So Knowledge is huge, it is vast. There is nobody who knows. But the intelligence, the capacity to understand, to know, to dissect, to discriminate is all given by the Lord Himself. A dead Plato, a dead Einstein. Any ideas from them? They were brilliant people. Socrates, brilliant. Vedvyasa himself, brilliant. But when they have minus the Lord's grace, when there is no life in them, is there a single idea that comes into the intellect? So the intelligence of the intellect is Him alone. He alone gives that intelligence to the intellect. And see, you will say that the Lord is going on repeating the same idea. It's a total no. Repetition is considered as a sin in the scriptures. But when any author repeats something again and again, he is only underlining it. I have explained this many times by the same old example that comes to my mind of a child not drinking his milk and the mother saying, "Have your milk." And the child says no. Then he says, "No, no." Then he says, "No, no, no." So why is that repetition? He is saying it with force that my daddy is not understanding or my mother is not understanding. I don't want this milk. I'm not going to have it. So repetition over here, you notice that verse after verse, Vyasa is repeating. And he is again and again. Now see, like a stone breaker who is hammering again and again, बार बार, तभी तो वो ना stone टूटता है. He is doing the same thing with our intellect, and he is giving you obvious examples. He is giving you very blatant examples to let you know, okay, have you understood this? If not, okay, here are some more. If you haven't understood this, then look, I'm giving you some more. So here, when he says that sutra, he is the sutra in the necklace, Maniganam Iva. He says that I am the invisible relationship in all things. I am the invisible thread that connects all matter that you see. So, all right. Now, okay, so we actually finish it over here. No, wait a minute. He says, I'm the light in the bulb, I'm the music in the radio, or whatever. You can call it anything. You can just go on doing this. The splendid things and beings. So he is the, look what he says, I am the splendor of the splendid. The beauty in anything is the Lord. The splendor in splendid things and beings am I. Whenever you see anything beautiful, whether it is a human being, or it is a flower, or it is a building, or a piece of dress, or whatever it is, the beauty is come from the Lord. As I told you, I gave you the example of Miss Universe. A dead Miss Universe, nobody wants. And a dead Miss Universe starts rotting the skin first, the rest of the body later. So then, what is Miss Universe? So the brilliance and the beauty in that form has come from the Lord Himself. Is because of the Lord. All the beauty of the skin, the beauty of the form, the beauty of the speech, the eyes, everything is nothing else but lent by Him. So the main thing that we can do is to be grateful for all that. Now, so this we stop over here, and next time we will take verse 11. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti शांति हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम.